All right, welcome to the replay, everybody. All right, feel free to go ahead and swipe to the right if you're on Apple, from the bottom to the top if you're on Android, and go ahead and share it. Or go ahead and hit the screen and show some love. You can hit the screen during the replay, show some love, and by showing some hearts. All right, welcome everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, thanks Allah Land for inviting your followers. All right, I need everybody that's here. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Freedom Friday and Boycott Friday. All right, Boycott Friday. We want to spread the word. We want to spread the word. We want to spread the word. Now the battle begins. All right, the challenge begins. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Freedom Friday. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much for sharing. Sharing with your friends at Twitter and Facebook, as well as your friends there at, where are they? Periscope. All right. Okay. All right. Top of the hour. We want to start on time. Good morning, everybody at Meerkat. And let's go ahead and get started. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me straighten you out. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is DarrellMuhammad, entrepreneur, real estate investor, mentor, coach, trainer. Here, just wanted to bring you some more information, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's all about sharing. Those who believe in sharing, you know who they are because they share. They don't talk about sharing. They're actually sharing. So we're on a series. We're on a series about the money game, ladies and gentlemen. The money game, how to play, but most importantly, how to win the money game. And I want to share some stuff with you that I've learned over the last 30 years and learn as a stock broker, financial advisor, entrepreneur, just being in that space of studying Robert Kiyosaki for years and years and years and years. And got Anthony Robbins' recent book on the money game. All right. Go ahead and share, ladies and gentlemen. We want to go ahead and share. We want to find out who the troopers are, right? I want to welcome you guys. You guys are the troopers. You guys have shown up while other people are being distracted by distractions, right? They're being distracted by distractions. But in order to be successful at anything, especially the money game, we have to have extreme laser focus. Extreme laser focus. So part of this process of me coming to you is us participating in that process together, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So it's about the money game, how to play the money game. How to play the money game. Let me just share with you some things real quick. A couple of announcements. DarrellMuhammad.net. DarrellMuhammad.net, ladies and gentlemen. Go there. That's where you want to go there. That's the hub, if you will, of all of my activity. All right? Of everything that I'm doing is housed at DarrellMuhammad.net. Right? Go there, subscribe, and we'll stay in contact with each other. And I'm in the process right now, ladies and gentlemen, of putting up the 13-day wholesaling boot camp that I did on Periscope. That will be housed there. I'm in the process of getting those up, so some of those will start appearing today. The other thing was I did some work yesterday. If you didn't see the Periscope, I did some work yesterday on my site, my blog. I added my reading list. Including this book right here. Ladies and gentlemen, if our children, including mine, all of them in college except for one, if they would go to college and get into debt, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to get an education, the question is that I have for you and I, how much will we spend? How much will we spend on education so we can have a great financial future, right? So go to my website, DarrellMuhammad.net, click more, reading list, and start ordering those books. All right, I want you to order them from my side. Why? Because I get paid. I get compensated for it. All right, unless you just don't want me to get paid for it, for this free advice that I'm giving you for my time, then don't go there. But if you do, right? If you say, man, Darrell just giving me these gems, you know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't get them. I gotta reciprocate. The law of reciprocation. I have to reciprocate. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it, by going to DarrellMuhammad.net and purchasing every one of those books. Every book that I'm going to list is called a reading list, because I have those books and I've read them. All right. All right. Welcome everybody at Meerkat. Hey, how you doing? Go ahead. Walaikum salam, Sister Pam. Go ahead and put restream this. Go ahead and restream it. Put where you're from down there and introduce yourself, because I definitely want to get to know you. This is a dialogue, not a monologue. We're only going to be on here until 11:30, a half an hour, another 26 more minutes. We're going to save the last 5 minutes for questions and answers. The last 5 minutes for question and answer, because, ladies, don't take education as entertainment. The worst thing you can do is perceive education as entertainment. No matter how it's delivered, even if there's a joke or two, still don't take it as entertainment. It's not designed for entertainment. So you want to take notes on these live streams that I bring to you, because I have my notes, right? All right, I respect your time enough to have notes. Respect your own time enough to take notes. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the money game and why real estate investing is the best investment, right? Why real estate investing is the best investment. We're talking about winning the money game, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to hit some of these financial terms. I'm not going to expound on them too much. What you have to do is, when you hear a financial term spoken as it pertains to building wealth, as it pertains to a specific area of interest, that's why you have to have a notepad, right? You write it down. That's why you have to have paper and pen right now, so you can write it down and go back and study it. What that would do, ladies and gentlemen, that would give mass. It would give mass to the word, mass to the definition of the word, and it give mass to your level of understanding, right? A lot of times we don't understand because we don't have the knowledge of the definition of the word or the depth of the meaning of the word, so we'll know how the person who spoke it or wrote it intended for it to mean, right? So that's the science of learning, ladies and gentlemen. The science of learning. We have to know the science of learning. So the money game, how to play it, how to win. We're talking about why real estate investing is the best investment. Now, of course, you know, somebody might say, "Oh, Darrell, that's you'll say that. I expect you to say that because up over my head, I see you have a real estate course that you sell. So I would expect you to say that." Somebody on the stock market will say stocks are the best. Someone in commodities will say commodities are the best. Someone in currency will say currencies are the best. Right? Are the best. Let me just give you the reason why, not from a novice standpoint, but someone that was a stockbroker for 6 years and had to go through, you guys can't imagine, immense studying, right? Like a doctor or a lawyer with continuous education. All right, so it's not easy. Hey, Perez, it's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and share it. Go ahead and hit the parrot dude in the corner. Go ahead and share it, because we're about to get into some good stuff here. All right, and you can't build wealth by yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Bring somebody with you. Find somebody that qualifies, that has the interest, and you bring them with you. And you partner with them, even if it's just on the learning experience end. Okay, you're going to find people all the way through the process. Some people just want to learn with you. Some people don't want to learn with you. They just want to execute. All right? We try to make the person that just want to learn an executioner, and the person that wants to execute a learner. So here we're talking about real estate. Why real estate is the best. I'm going to hit a couple of terms real quick, and you write them down and you go back and study them. But I want to touch on something that I've learned that really crystallize it. All right, here's number one. Number one is capital preservation. The number one reason why real estate is the best investment to build wealth, right, over time is, number one, capital preservation, meaning that the amount of money that you invest in real estate, right, has a better chance of maintaining it, you know, you're not losing it, maintaining its value, or not losing it in the investment. Stock market, you can put in some money. Gave me a small loan of $1 million. Good, congratulations. Now you need to know what's the best use of $1 million. All right. So over time. All right, over time. Hey, Brother Sylvester. All right, over time, ladies and gentlemen. So capital preservation is number one. Capital preservation is number one. That's number one. It preserves your capital, right? It preserves your capital over time. So you don't lose it as quick, right? Let me give you an extreme example. So let's say, for example, I don't gamble. I don't believe in gambling. But let's just use it as an example. You bet on the races. You bet on whatever you bet on, right? You either win or you lose all of your money. That's the opposite of real estate investing. Real estate investing, okay, you invest your money. Then you leverage the difference. So start off right from the very beginning. If the investment is $500,000, you have $50,000. You only have $50,000 at risk. So now that property value have to come down substantially for you to lose your $50,000, right? So no other investment has that kind of capital preservation like real estate, and especially when you add on some of the other benefits, right? A lot of these different other investments have bits and pieces, but real estate investing has them all together in one. It's kind of like Walmart, right? Why is Walmart the number one retailer in the world? Because it has everything you need in one location. So you don't have to waste your time driving around town. All right. So number one, capital preservation. Number two is appreciation. Appreciation. The value of the property is going to increase. The rents are going to increase. When you're talking about investing in real estate, ladies and gentlemen, you're really talking about buying and holding, getting income producing property, it's called. Income producing property. That's a term you need to learn. So far, term number one is capital preservation. Term number two is appreciation. Term number three is investment income, right? Income producing properties. That's what it's called. All right. So that's what it does. It appreciates in value. It appreciates in value over time, and the rents increase over time. Cost of living increases over time. Right? So that's number two. Number two is the value appreciates over time. You still got your $50,000 in it. It was worth $500,000 when you bought it, but over time it'll be worth $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. You still have your $50,000 invested. That doesn't change. Right? That doesn't change. So that's appreciation. Appreciation. That's number two. Number three is tax benefits. Tax benefits. Now, the other day we talked about the three things. We said that let me get some notepads here. We said that playing the money game is like running a race, right? It's like running a race. Let me just draw this real quick. All right. And there was three things that you're trying to beat out. Beat out when you're running the race, this money game, this race in the money game. One is time, right? Number two is what? Inflation. You guys should be taking notes. Number three is, what was it? Life circumstances. We'll just put life, right? So here's how it looks. This is the race in the money game. Here's where you are right now, right? Let me put it here at the top. Right? So here you are, and here's your overall goal, your overall financial goal. And we should have one. And if we don't have one, is really, how can you leave home not having a destination? You just leave home every day and you just know, I just want to go further. I just want to drive. You can do that, but that's not too intelligent. Right? That's very wasteful. So we're talking about the money game. So what's your money destination? What is your money destination? We're going to cover that on another live stream. But here's your start off. Here's your destination. And we have to outrun. We have to outrun time. We have to outrun inflation. And we have to outrun life. We have to outrun life. And real estate investing does all three. It deals with all three of these competitors, if you will, that you're running against, that you're having to try to beat and distance behind you. All right? That's why we're talking about here the money game, how to play it, how to win, and why real estate investing is the best investment. Best investment. Number one was capital preservation. It preserves your capital for a lot of reasons I can't get into. Look up the word capital preservation. Number two is appreciation. Okay? And then number three is inflation. Tax benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, there's more tax benefits for real estate investing, real estate as a business, than any other investment. Let me say it again. Real estate investing, if done right, as a business structured properly, has more tax benefits than any other investment. It's not by accident, ladies and gentlemen. It's on purpose. Anytime the IRS rewards you or gives you some kind of credit, deduction, write-off, they're letting you know that's what we want you to do. We want you to do more of it. So business people understand that, and what do? They do more of it. If you're going to reward me by allowing me to keep more of the money I earn, then I'm going to earn more money and do more of that you're rewarding me for. See, this is the money game, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of us don't even know the rules, the basic fundamental rules. Basic fundamental rules of walking across the street is looking both ways. And I can guarantee you there's people that walk across the street all the time without looking both ways. The basic fundamental rules. And if you can master the basics, ladies and gentlemen, then you can master the more complex strategies. Right? It's the basics that people don't master. Reading, writing, arithmetic, right? Reading, writing, arithmetic. So it's the basics that we have to master. Once we get the basics down of reading, writing, and arithmetic, then you can become a multi-whatever. Billionaire, trillionaire, thousandaire, millionaire. You can be whatever you want to be financially once we master the basics, all right? So those are the three things. Now, you have to learn financial words. I gave you capital preservation. I gave you appreciation. I gave you tax benefits. I gave you income producing properties. Look up those words, study them. And most importantly, use them in your vocabulary. Okay? Now, on a previous live scope, I gave you guys, or told you guys about a story, my experience as a stockbroker. As a stockbroker, trying to build my book of business, is called. My book of business, meaning my clients that invest with me, right? And I didn't have, friends and families and folks that I can call that have investments that can invest with me. I wasn't already in the industry at another firm, so I had customers that I can tell them, hey, I'm moving over to Charles Schwab, join me. I didn't have any of that. I had to start cold turkey, ladies and gentlemen, or I had to start from scratch. If you can start from scratch, then you can do a whole lot more with help. All right? So I started with scratch. So I had to literally cold call. All right? That's a term you need to learn. Look that up. Cold call. I had to cold call. Call people blindly. They didn't know me. Call them out of the blue. Cold calling. Right? So I had to call these people. And the experience that I had was I would call on folks that, come to find out, they were real estate investors. And they were not even remotely interested in the stock market. Now, ironically enough, in 1996, I had been studying real estate investing since the early 80s. But I was, in that zone, right? I had dedicated a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort to become a stockbroker. So I was in that space. Focus in that space. And I would call and talk to real estate investor after real estate investor, and they all showed a disinterest in anything that had to do with the stock market. And they would say, I'm a real estate investor. I'd rather put my money in real estate. And I had to step back for a minute, right? Step out of myself as a stockbroker, step out of myself of the pressure of having to meet certain criteria to stay employed, right? I stepped back and had to put on my real estate investor hat. Had to put on my real estate investor hat, and I started thinking, I said, oh, it became very, very, very clear and apparent to me. I said, okay, I see why. I see why they're not willing to invest any money in the stock market, because they're real estate investors. And it's because of those three things. Right? Capital preservation, meaning your capital that you actually invest in real estate is at less risk than in the stock market. You got a better chance of not losing your capital, right, that you invest in real estate than you do in the stock market. Number two was appreciation, right? Appreciation. Stocks go up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, Darrell, it'll appreciate 5% of the day. Yeah, and then it'll come back down tomorrow, right? Appreciation in real estate is more steady, right? Steady Freddy. Real steady. Real steady. All right? So capital appreciation over time. Number three, it was tax benefits. And that's the big one. That's the thing that really, really crystallized in my mind why they didn't want to invest in the stock market. We're talking about real estate investing being the best investment. And understanding and learning this so we can play the money game to win. Ladies and gentlemen, don't hesitate. Hit hearts if you like what you're hearing. Thank you very much for restreaming over there, Meerkat. But go ahead and hit those hearts. Share it with your friends. Swipe and share. Hit the paradude and share. Because this is information, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you're going to read this big, thick book from Anthony Robbins. Unless you're going to read these pages of Think and Grow Rich. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Unless you're going to read hundreds of pages. I just finished reading Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki. That was over 300 pages. I think I knocked that out in about 15 days. Ladies and gentlemen, you should get those books, right? You should get them. And go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Click more in the book list, and you can get them there. Purchase those today. I mean, they're like $5 and $1. I mean, just real crazy prices. But you should read them. Right? You should always have your own library. Right? Your own library. Every school has a library. Some might be small, some might be big. Some might be, very limited. Some might be more expansive. Right? You should have a library. Adding to your library all the time. So, unless you're going to read those books, right? And that's all you do, and that is your learning curve, then it's going to take you a long time. But if you match that with information like I'm giving you here, ladies and gentlemen, that you're not going to get at a university, you're not going to get at a college, right? They teach you these terms, yes, but it's in the confines of what? How to use it as a stockbroker, how to use it as an employee. The money game is for you to play as an independent participant. Even if you have a job, it's for you to understand it as an independent participant. It's for you to understand it so you and I can manage and control our personal economy. Our personal economy. Hey, thanks, John Doe. Appreciate you, man. August Sky, appreciate you. It's our own personal economy. Not learning this stuff so we can go out and apply it in a job. And, apply it in a job. That's not the money game. No, that's not the money game, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the money game. You're not playing the money game. You're in the audience. You're in the bleachers. You're watching other people play the money game. You're watching your employer, right? Whoever set up the company, they're playing the money game. They're playing the money game. You're just on the field of their money game. You're on the basketball court of their money game. You're on the soccer field of their money game. Whatever it is. But it's not you. It's not your game. It's not you actually running the game. Owning the game. You owning your own money game. Like you own your own car. Right? Like you own your own house. Your own money game. You have to play and own your own money game, ladies and gentlemen. That's the gist of it. Right? So the last one, the thing that really crystallized was number 3, the tax benefits. I realized, I said, wow, when you buy and sell stocks and bonds and mutual funds and other things on the stock market, you're going to pay a capital gains, either short-term capital gains or long-term capital gains, but you're going to pay capital gains. You're going to pay the highest taxes on short-term income that you get from the stock market, right? So you're going to make money. So whenever you make money, ladies and gentlemen, you have to pay taxes on those dollars. And if those dollars take you to another bracket, now that $10,000 extra that you made, that took you over into the next bracket by $2,000, now the whole income is going to be taxed at that higher rate, not just the $2,000 over. All right, I'm not a tax specialist. I learned as a stockbroker. Consult your tax person, your tax specialist for advice. I'm just telling you why I realize that real estate investing is the best, because it accomplishes all three. Some investments cover some, but some might have one, some might have two. None of them have all three. None of them have all three, ladies and gentlemen. So you sell stocks, you make some money, now you have to pay taxes on that, right? So what they do in the stock market, they sell some of their dogs, they call it. They sell some of their stocks at the end of the year, like right about now, to take a capital loss, to offset their capital gains so they won't have to pay taxes. Now, who would want to lose the gain? But that's the only way you can offset it, just by investing in the stock market. Now, flip side, real estate investing. Oh man, real estate investing, you got rental income property, income producing property, another term to learn. Income producing property that's kicking off cash, kicking off income. Right? Let's say you have a little apartment complex right here, apartment complex, right? It's kicking off some money every year. At the end of the year, you have to pay taxes on that, right? Just like you would. It's not short term, it's long term, so the tax amount is smaller, right? Now, with this same one income producing property, I have deductions and write-offs, right? I have write-offs, I should say, and deductions and write-offs, right? So now you have this one investment, not two stocks, or two market investments. You have one investment that provides you with income and a tax write-off. So that one property can kick out cash to you, and then it gives you write-offs and deductions that offsets your cash. So you don't have to sell a stock that's losing money. You don't have to sell a mutual fund that's losing money and take the paper loss, right, to offset your paper gain. Real estate, you do that with one property. One property has both in one, all wrapped up in one. So you can invest all your money into one investment and get the benefits that you would need two investments in the stock market to do, or pay higher taxes. That makes sense? That's powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is powerful. If we can learn how to legally get the IRS out of our pockets legally, and they give you laws. They wrote the laws for business owners, and they wrote the laws for real estate investors. So the question is, why don't you and I use them? Right? Why don't you and I use them? Why don't we use them? We rather complain and cry, but that's because we're on the football field playing somebody else's money game, and not owning the money game of our own, not owning our own money game. I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, to share this information with you so you can say, I like it, Darrell. Reach out to me at DarrellMuhammad.net, and so we can connect. We can connect, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about connecting. It's all about finding those with like minds. That's what a mastermind group is all about. Finding those with like minds and sharing and growing together. See, once again, you learn that in this Think and Grow Rich. That's what the industrialists did back in the day. They had mastermind groups. So here we are. We want to achieve these great heights. We want to achieve these things that are abnormal, but we want to continue to do things that's going to stop us from achieving those accomplishments. You and I have to do what's required to get it done. So let me go ahead and stop right now. That's the best. That's the reason why real estate is the best investment. Period. Hands down. That's the reason why. So hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, that helped you to learn and understand how to play the money game to win. Let's go ahead and open up for question and answers for about a minute or two. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the live feed there in Miroscope, and go ahead and put it in the live feed there at Twitter, Periscope, Meerkat, and Periscope. Any questions? Thank you for joining me, guys. Hey, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Going once. Going twice. All right, if you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to go to my website. You can drop a line there, DarrellMuhammad.net. That's DarrellMuhammad. Go there right now. Click on More. Check out the book list, my reading list. Purchase 1 or 2 books for yourself. A gift to you for yourself. Invest in yourself. Sow in yourself. You can't expect other people to sow in you if you're not willing, and not just willing, but you're not sowing, a continuous process, sowing in yourself. Right? This is not right for us to expect anybody to invest more in us than we invest in ourselves. So go to DarrellMuhammad.net, click More, click Reading List, purchase 1 or 2 books for yourself, or 3 or 4 books for yourself, and go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, add and build to your library. If you leave nothing behind for your children's children, the scripture says a righteous man, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his grandchildren. Skip over his children, went straight to his grandchildren. Right? So if you leave nothing else, leave them a very, 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 very rich library. Wealthy people leave their children libraries. 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 Not library cars, libraries. Right? So that's how you win the money game, ladies and gentlemen. You invest in yourself always and continuously. All right? So until next time, what's tomorrow? Saturday? Right. We'll be here tomorrow, Saturday. We'll kind of be in and out. These scopes are done. These live streams are done Monday through Friday around 11. Okay? I'm going to start interchanging and switching around and catch some evening people. But it's Monday through Friday. So make sure you follow on Periscope. So whenever we come on, it'll pop up on your tablet or your phone, and it'll let you know that we are here. All right? So without anything else, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being here. We're just 1 minute over. I like to stay within a half an hour because your time is precious, and definitely my time is precious. I'm here to deliver the goods so you can get some value from it. So you can go to DarrellMuhammad.net, and you can put in your information. We can connect, stay connected. So I can call you on the phone, you can call me on the phone, and we can make some great things happen. All right? All right, until next time, as always, I'll see you at the top. Not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, your community deserves your very best. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Freedom Friday. All right? Freedom Friday. And today is the day to start the boycott for justice.